Okay, so earlier on I was telling you how I modify the F-16 so that I have air brakes that work on the slider on the F6 on the X56 throttle, and that's the one that's actually marked as slide, the thumb slider. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I actually come about doing that, and we'll go back to the again here. I didn't have the right scene up. Okay, so earlier on I started doing a video of how it is that I get my DCS F-16 to have an air brake on the slider. So what you need to do is, this is on the X56 throttle. What you need to do is you'd go to your DCS World install. Some of you have Open Beta, I just have it as DCS World. And then you go to mods, then up to aircraft, and then we'll go to the F-16, and then we'll go to input, and then F-16 again, then joystick, and what we'll do is we'll open the default folder. Okay, so I've already got that open, and I have it open. I use Visual Studio Code. So what we'll do is we'll open the default folder, and down in here, if you search for SPD, so Control F and search for FPD, you'll see it's down here, and it's all under throttle speed brake, and you have a couple of different options which you see. These are the options you actually see in DCS when you bind a key. So what I do is I take the first of those, these ones here, and I copy it, and then I paste it right up the top here. As you see here, I've got Targs custom settings. I put that in there so as I know, because what I do is I back this up in Notepad so as I know to put this string in there every single time. Unfortunately, a couple of things must have changed. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it didn't work and I had to play around a little bit. But anyway, this section here is the section that I back up and replace into the mission, into the file, into the default file, every time I that I do an update on the game. And because we're working in the actual DCS folder, everything you change gets changed when you do an update or repair or anything like that. So it pays to have it backed up. As you can see down here in category, I've got X56 in there. That's just so it makes it easy for when I go into the into the F-16 and go into adjust the controls. I can see it as, select the category of X56. Now you'll see that in here there's a couple of values that are different to the one that we copied. The one we copied, which I'll place here. We'll undo that, we'll go down, we'll find it again, copy it, go back up here, and if you have a look at this, this is where the difference is. All identical across this first section, and then when you get to here, it changes. Everything's identical except for this one single number. And then obviously the writing that you've got there, I've got extend retract. I could put a X56 slider, but I've got X56 here. Now all I do is I copy one of these groups like this and paste it in there. So copy it and then paste it just like that, and then change that to X56, and here I go just like this, 1. So that, as you can see now, is identical to this line here. So if I was to drag that across there, you'll notice that it right up to that's the difference. It's now, anyway, there's a difference there with the wording slider. So we get rid of that and we save it. I'm not going to save it because I've already saved it. It's already good. I'm just going to close that file. I'll just close it. Don't save it. All right, so I'll go down into here and we'll adjust the controls. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide down to the bottom, right there where I say X56. There it is there. So we bind a key to it, the slider, right? And boom, there it is there now. And we can push the slider forward, the air brakes come on, pull the slider back and the air brakes go off. And that's all there is to it. Why it didn't work this morning when I was making this same video, I'm not sure. But yeah, probably I was doing something a little bit wrong. Anyway,